This is the Boys Gen V podcast on TV Podcast Industries. We're back with the answers to our student bar quiz.
This university, my university, has failed you. And that ends today. Effective immediately, all student rankings have been reset to 0. And I am opening my advanced seminar to every student on campus. Each and every one of you, regardless of power set or major, will have the chance to join the top 10. With all of the endorsements and city contract opportunities that come with it. And one step closer to joining the 7. Your invitations will be in your inboxes shortly. This is a great day for this institution. And for a lucky few, the chance to become truly exceptional.
Welcome back, fellow boys and girls, to the Gen V podcast on TV Podcast Industries. As usual, we're wrapping up the season of Gen V, season 2, and we are going to announce the answers and winner of our student bar quiz. I am one of your hosts, Darick.
Hello there, fellow boys and girls. I am one of your other hosts, John. Welcome back to this roundup and all the answers to the student bar quiz. So a big welcome to our fellow quizzes as well.
Absolutely. Let's start off with a bit of feedback from our fellow boys and girls before we go into our student bar quiz answers. Just some messages that came in along with the entries to the pub quiz for the most part. Dr. Bob Phillips sent in lots and lots of feedback throughout the series, as you know, but I just wanted to mention one extra piece of feedback that he sent in with one of his answers, which was just simply the Turdus. Best TVPI line of 2025. So there you go, John. Compliments for your Turdus.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm glad you did like the Turdus.
I feel like if Gen V was set at Oxford University or Cambridge University, Black Hole would just be called the Turdus.
Yes, it's browner on the inside.
Exactly.
I mean bigger on the inside. Excellent. I'm really glad you liked that little joke there, Dr. Bob. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you get it right, don't you?
You do.
You just happen to hit upon something good.
Yes, definitely nailed it there. Yeah,
absolutely. Although, best not to do too much innuendo on the podcast.
We'll try not to.
But Dr. Bob, thanks so much as well. Yeah, definitely for all the feedback over the course of the series of Gen V. Really good to get your thoughts.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Also got a message from Christina C, who said thanks to the great podcasts listening in Donegal.
Excellent.
Just down the road from
local.
us.
Exactly. A local.
Thanks so much for Christina.
Yeah, good to hear from you, Christina. Glad you're enjoying the podcast and listening along.
And we also got a message from Rick Edgar, who said Emma is the best part of the show. Thomas Godolkin deserved more screen time, maybe in the prequel series. Doug deserved a better fate, and I can hardly wait for the boys' season 5. Totally with you there, Rick. Really cannot wait to see how this all plays out in season 5.
Yeah, absolutely. I must say, I'm really, really looking forward to season 5 as well. I mean, in some respects, it's one of those things, isn't it? Like, I hadn't read the comics, so this was a whole new journey, and it's been just phenomenally good, really. And indeed, with the spin-off, sometimes spin-offs work, sometimes they don't, and Gen V has really worked. I love how they've sort of melded it in together, so totally with you. Emma is still absolutely one of my favourites.
Absolutely.
Of the show.
Yeah.
She's almost like the beating humanity of it, really, despite being a soup. I think you're probably right. Thomas Godolkin could have gotten way more time, but I think you're right as well that is it Vought Rising?
Yeah.
That prequel, he's more than likely going to be in that.
He'll be in there,
in quite a big way, and that's probably in the end why they have gone with a relatively well-known person in the US, I guess. I mean, I don't really know him, but, a lot of people were saying, why would you cast someone that big for just, these one episode in effect? But it is probably for Vought Rising.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll probably see him there on the Vought Rising. Look forward to that as well.
Yeah,
It's really
definitely. Good stuff. Thanks, Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Denise Lardy also has some feedback. She says, I started the series behind you, but I finally caught up. Hopefully this gets in before you record the final episode. I've really enjoyed listening along. After the maddening/disappointing endings of the last Marvel series I watched, I was so glad to end on such a good note. Pop goes Godolkin, Emma sharing space with Billy Butcher, Marie versus Cousin Homelander. I cannot wait. Really good stuff, Denise. Yeah, it's such a good series. It really ended it off nicely. How long have we got to wait till season 5? Is it like another year?
It's all filmed and it's due next year. They haven't announced it, but I have seen some pieces online from Eric Kripke who's saying they're in final mixing and
okay, so it's soon enough. So there's not long to wait. So
I'd say early next year. They'll probably hold it because they do that with big shows on Prime Video. They spread them out a bit, so it's not going to be Christmas as far as I know. It'll be early to mid next year, I'd say.
Yeah, okay. So, not long to wait at all, Denise, but really glad you enjoyed listening along to the podcast as well.
Absolutely. Thanks, Denise.
Yeah, thanks, Denise. And Coffin Vodka has his final thoughts on the series. This show seemed to be there primarily to blend into the boys' final go-round and to eulogise Chance. So it's kind of hard to consider this season its own thing so much as half of one mega season finishing sometime next year. Pursuant with this theory, the heavy flow of special appearances and near constant mention of Homelander. Still, though, of high quality, decent writing, and a goodly amount of dark fun. My favourite moment was Emma saying, I don't know anyone's telephone number. Absolutely, Coffee and Vodka. I struggle considerably with phone numbers and can absolutely empathise with Emma. I basically know my home number from when I was a kid growing up, and then my mobile.
You know your husband's phone number as well.
Kind of.
You do.
I haven't been going through it often enough because you don't have to call it anymore.
But I chose it so it's easy to remember.
It's like I'm starting to not remember my pins for my debit card.
Oh, because of all the tapping.
Because it's just tap on a phone. So yes, I completely empathise and sympathise with Emma when she says that. Yes,
I'm a bit better at it. I definitely have a few emergency contacts remembered, so their real numbers, not stuff from my childhood, just in case anything happens, like my battery dies on my phone, which happens almost every day.
In an emergency, I can phone back to the 80s.
There you go.
Excellent.
I wonder if somebody's moved into the house and got my phone number. Do you know the people that used to live in the house where this phone number was attached because you kept them for me? Yeah, that will never work, unfortunately. Great stuff. Thanks, Coffee Vodka. Just a mention there as well. You mentioned about this show seeming to be primarily to blend into the boys. You know, I think this is actually Eric Kripke's way around the way that the shows are now 8 to 10 episodes. This is a guy that came from the experience of having 22 to 24 episode seasons for 8 years until he left his work on Supernatural, and that show continued on for another 8 years with 22 episode shows. So I think the reason why it matches in so well to the boys, even though it's a spin-off show, is because he's probably just trying to make up a 22 episode season of all of these characters together for in different ways, looking at a story from different perspectives, you know, the way you would in a much longer series back in the day.
And that makes sense to me. Yeah. I mean, certainly if you start thinking of it like that, I think that's why it works so well. Yeah,
and it's weird, isn't it? Like, you know, we watch Marvel shows all the time. It's one of our primary shows that we cover on TV Podcast Industries, and those shows are, despite the fact that they're all connected in some way and are all in the same universe, it's very rare you would have this deeply connected a show.
Yeah.
Like, it's only things like WandaVision and Agatha all along and the show that's coming out next year, Vision Quest, which are seen as 3 seasons of one show.
Yeah.
They're the only ones. All the rest of them are seen as Marvel TV shows based in the MCU, but not really connected. People aren't walking on and off sets and having a recurring role every year in each of these shows, whereas there are so many people that are guest starring in episodes of Gen V that it does feel like you have to watch this to watch The Boys season 5.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, you had Homelander at the end of last season, you have Starlight, you know, in a few episodes this season, along with A-Train at the end.
Yeah.
And of course, as well, you had Sister Sage as well, coursing through the veins of this season for sure.
Yeah. Should a big part
and
to play with the show.
it is interesting because, you know, something like Ironheart with Riri Williams, so it's all that it's very much hinted, isn't it, really? So it's the hint, but you don't have Stephen Strange walking in. Or being somehow integrated.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
You'd really expect that to happen.
Yeah, in a sense, really what Marvel has done is much more, it's all connected, but not necessarily integrated. Here, I think you get a bit more, well, you do, the storylines are integrated into one overarching. So it's interesting, really, I think, on that.
Absolutely. Although they did have that funny moment in the season that we like to go on about with Giancarlo Exposition disappearing.
Well, yeah, no,
they
exactly.
couldn't afford him for more than one episode.
Yeah.
He was great to have him on there for an episode, though. It really was.
Absolutely.
It really ties the whole world together. You know.
Yeah, it was really good, and it's not the first time that's kind of happened either on shows. So, but yeah, it does kind of pop when that happens.
Yeah, I like it a lot, I must say. I hope we get a series 3 of Gen V, which carries on after The Boys season 5 finishes, that there's more to this world once they finish off season 5. There's no announcement on a third season of Gen V. There are thoughts, and we mentioned there Kripke saying, go watch it again if you enjoy it, watch it a third time, and hopefully they'll get an announcement for a Gen V season 3. But I hope they keep that announcement under wraps so that we don't know it's coming. The show felt like it was in the shadow of The Boys season 5 because we knew it was coming, and we had the announcement that it's the final season. So there are pieces of the show that, of course, are trying to build towards that more grand narrative that is going on in The Boys to close out that show. So maybe it would be nice if during the release of The Boys season 5, they go, and Gen V's coming back with its own series next year or something, you know?
Excellent.
Yeah, great stuff. Thanks so much for all that feedback.
Yeah, thanks for the feedback, fellow boys and girls. Really good to get your kind of final thoughts.
And I know there were lots of other little notes here and there. Thanks so much to all of you that sent in your feedback, sent in your thoughts about the podcast that we do. Thanks for all the new people that have joined us for the podcast for Gen V. We tend to pick up lots more listeners for a show like The Boys, especially when there's a spin-off like this and people are trying to make those connections. So we hope you enjoyed our coverage of the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But let us get on to our Gen V student bar quiz, shall we?
Yep, ready to go, I think.
Excellent. Well, fellow quizzers, fellow boys and girls, here we are. Here is the moment of truth. What are the correct answers to our questions? Some easy, some more difficult,
some you
and
might not even remember, John,
and some I don't even know about because I didn't do it.
Yes, you might have been away.
I may have been away, indeed. But let's start off with our episode 1 question, which was, according to Dean Cypher, what movie beat Cate and Sam's movie Flipped at the box office? The correct answer is the Garfield movie.
Ooh, what a dig.
Meow.
Yes, a terrible movie. A character that we both love. Myself and you grew up on Garfield.
I loved it. I used to redraw them.
Me too. Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Always used to redraw them, and I think it was Asterix as well.
Oh, of course. Yes, you're a massive Asterix fan as well, aren't you? Yeah, I used to have Garfield on my school bag because my brother drew him on my school bag.
And the other thing, weirdly, and it came from KP Crisps, they used to have like monks on the front of them, but it was like this comedy monk thing.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, it was KP Crisps. Like they do skips and all that, and you get a little book of them, and that was kind of, you know, I don't know, quite cool.
Was that The Wizard of Id?
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't the same artwork or anything? No. I'm conscious of it, but we didn't. We kind of had more Tato stuff over here.
I remember actually one of the jokes, and it was like, Father Abbott, there's blight on the potatoes, and they go, let us spray.
God. And now I also see why that joke wouldn't work in Ireland as well, John. Oops.
Well,
anyway.
no, that's true, but But it was because they're crisp.
True.
There was nothing intended by that.
We weren't talking about the famine, I promise. But I think we'll leave that there and move on to our episode 2 question, because justice also never forgets. On episode 2, the question for that one was, what was the previous record at God U for the most number of joints ever smoked? And the answer to that one was 115,000. I love that joke. That's effectively saying that Andre was trying to beat the record for the most number of joints smoked ever, and the two of them got a great laugh out of the idea that he would try and smoke 115,000 joints.
Yes.
He was still going for it even when he found out the record was that high.
Absolutely.
He was that high.
For episode 3, H is for human. The question we asked was, how long is Harper able to mimic another soup's powers for? The answer is, of course, 60 seconds.
Yes, that turned out to be a very easy question because it was a plot point in the final episode.
It certainly was.
60 seconds. Yes, mimic for 60 seconds. On to episode 4, which was called Bags. The question there was, where does the unsafe spaces battle between Bloodbender and Genderbender take place? The answer to that one was Vought International Hotel and Spa.
Excellent stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure that was a very expensive place to stay.
I'm sure it was, yes. Loads of places for saunas. On to episode 5, The Kids Are Not All Right. Where did Dean Cypher get the now very bloody Wagyu steak for Polarity delivered from? It was a Voop, a Bistro.
A difficult question for lots of our fellow boys and girls. They eventually got it. What I worked out was there are 2 scenes in that scene. One where you can see Voop Bistro and the other one where you can't see Voop Bistro. And unfortunately, all of our fellow boys and girls that were struggling with the answer were looking at the wrong scene.
Oh, no.
So looking at later, so they were giving me the detail on the packaging, saying that it was, healthy food or something like that. But if you just scroll back a couple of scenes, you'll see that it's Voop Bistro. But the good news is I haven't penalised anybody. So,
excellent. Yeah, that is good.
Because I'm nice like that. We did get a few people that just left it blank, so they unfortunately are not in the entrance.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But on to episode 6, Cooking Lesson, of course, delivered by Stan Edgar. So why wouldn't the question be about Stan Edgar? It is, what is the name of the building where the group hide out before they are found by Stan Edgar? It is the Steuben Community Library.
How very studious.
No, this is another one that caused the same type of trouble. Effectively, when the kids arrive at the library, they drive up and there's a massive sign on the wall that says Steuben Community Library. But from then on, the t-shirts that they're wearing say things like SCL on them, and they have some of the parts of the words are marked out by the jackets that they're wearing over them, but it is massive letters on the wall in the scene where they arrive, which is where we wrote down the question. But unfortunately, some people did have some challenges picking up the name.
And that's why it's called a quiz.
Exactly, it's a quiz. It's a quiz.
Excellent stuff.
But in general, if you are joining for a future pub quiz, and thanks so much to everybody that did enter, even if you got some of the questions wrong, no issue with that as well. But we try to make things as obvious as possible. So if you're really struggling to pick out something in the scene,
yeah, and it might actually be that with those, it was obvious to us, and that's why we put them in. But yeah, without realizing there's maybe another scene where you just can't see the actual thing that it will give you the answer.
But also, there's no problem. If everybody gets the same question wrong, then everybody's got the most questions right. Isn't that
exactly. But with that, let's go on to episode 7, Hell Week. The question we asked was, what do they call Hempel and pledges like him? Mm-hmm. It is, of course, bondage babies.
Yes, they do.
Wow.
Love it. Hempel ended off having that was his last episode, wasn't it?
Yes, he strangles him. Well, he is forced to strangle himself by
Thomas,
by old Thomas Godolkin.
The first sacrifice.
What a nightmare!
Yeah, he was. On to the final episode. On to episode 8, Trojan. What food delicacy does Sister Sage suggest Thomas Godolkin should taste now that he's out of his hyperbaric chamber? The answer to that one was Boba, which is mini squid testicles, as she describes. Like, not the greatest thing to recommend to somebody who hasn't eaten anything for 3 decades with his own mouth, is it?
Well, I mean, there could be snails, there could be caviar, which basically fish eggs.
True. Yeah.
Sweetbreads are brains.
True. Yeah. But would you recommend that as something that you must taste? I'd probably just go for a burger.
It could be quite nice. I don't know.
Maybe.
Be better than trapping onions anyway.
Well, very true, John. Not very much is worse than trapping onions. But even the description of mini squid testicles, I'm not sure whether that would.
I think it was more a description. Yeah, exactly. I think she says it's that they're like mini squid testicles rather than them being mini squid testicles.
I get you. Okay. All right. And after a quick Google, we found out that it's boba like boba tea. Like it's the one that has the little balls in the tea.
Yes, so it looks like tapioca, that kind of thing.
That's so weird. It's not the thing that that Kate Bishop and Riri and Kamala Khan go out to drink at the end of Marvel Zombies. They go for boba.
Yeah.
How weird that would be the last thing in the last episode of Gen V and the last thing in the last episode of Marvel Zombies.
It must be the new thing.
Must be. I think it's massive, and I think it's been going on for decades, but it's been very popular over the last couple of years, I think. What's happened to it. Yeah. Interesting. Well, there you go. I haven't tried that. Maybe we'll find a boba tea shop somewhere around Dublin, John. I'm sure there is one if there's popular. Yeah.
Definitely.
Fantastic. That's it. That's all the questions, all the answers, and all the entries in for our Gen V student bar quiz. We have 14 correct entrants to the pub quiz. Well done to everybody that's entered in.
Absolutely. Yeah. And good luck, fellow quizzers, as we go to our e-tombola to draw a number between 1 and 14. Darick, please interface with the e-tombola.
Just because Google doesn't listen to you, it's because Chris isn't here for this. We usually get Chris to do it. Hey, Google, give us a number between 1 and 14.
14.
Number 14, and that is Denise Lardy. Congratulations, Denise.
Yes, congratulations, Denise, on winning the Gen V student bar quiz. Commiserations to everyone else who entered, but a big thank you to all you fellow quizzers and boys and girls for getting involved and sending in your answers to the 8 student bar quiz questions. Apologies for some of the challenging ones, for sure, but I think everyone did a really, really good job, as always. So,
absolutely. The whole point of the student bar quiz is to have a bit of fun. It's not it's not about winning. There is always a winner, but it's not about the winning. And congratulations to Denise.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much to all the rest of you who take part. I think it's always good fun to have a student bar quiz or a quiz at all during our coverage.
Absolutely. Yeah. My aim is to do a proper pub quiz at one point. We just need a big convention to get to and then just hire out a pub.
Yes, that would be really cool to do, wouldn't it? We've got 48 episodes, I think it is, or 43 episodes left to go before our 1,000th episode of TV podcast industry. So you never know. That's about a year of podcasting.
We need a convention where loads of people will get to.
We do.
So we can get our fellow boys and girls, defenders, you name it, across, and then we can do a big pub quiz.
That would be very cool.
With actual beer.
Yeah, and actual people.
Actual people.
We've only done one live pub quiz before, and it was our one from our home for our 500th episode, John. So maybe we need to start planning for our 1,000th.
I think so.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Excellent. Thanks again, everybody, for entering. I do want to mention Dr. Bob Phillips did say thanks so much for going away for work during that time, because one of the questions, the easiest question I think of all the questions that are in there, was given by me on your week away. So.
Excellent. I'm glad I could oblige.
There you go.
And again, a big congratulations, Denise, on winning the bar quiz.
Absolutely. I forgot to say what the winner gets, John.
I know.
Yes, the winner gets a Gen V t-shirt and a mug from the official Sony store. who are the makers of Gen V and the boys. I'll be in contact with you, Denise, to get your size so I can send out something that'll be for you directly. I also need your address, of course, which is pretty important.
Absolutely. Don't forget the address.
Absolutely. Congratulations once again. And thanks so much, everybody, for joining us for our conversations all about this season of Gen V. As we've mentioned all the way throughout, we are really looking forward to be back with the final season of the boys and the continuation of the story with Vought Rising.
Yes, and thank you so much, fellow defenders. As a quick aside, we have just finished the Marvel Zombies 4-episode animated series, which you can peruse. We are finishing up our very elongated coverage of season 2 of The Sandman.
Yes.
So our episode 10 was out yesterday, and episode 11 should be out in a week or so. And then we will be on to episode 12, which is Death, the High Cost of Living. So looking forward to that. And then, of course, we will be getting our teeth into the latest series of The Witcher. Hopefully there is bathing abound in this series.
I hope so, but I'm not sure if there is.
No, I don't think so.
I've heard rumours that there's no bathing scenes for quite a long time.
What a nightmare.
Yeah, but I haven't been looking out for bathing scenes or for commentary about bathing scenes. We are just looking forward to seeing it ourselves so we catch them. Excellent stuff. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. We will talk to you again soon. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast over on TV Podcast Industries and join us for all the other stuff we'll be talking about for the rest of the year.
Yes. Thank you so much, fellow boys and girls, for joining us. Until next time, of course, you know the drill. Keep watching, keep listening, and of course, keep being super.
Bye.
Bye.
Got it. Good.
This is the Boys Gen V podcast on TV Podcast Industries. We're back with our student bar quiz question answers. We're back with the answers for our student bar quiz, which makes a lot more sense.
And final roundup.
We're back with the answers for our student bar quiz and final roundup of your thoughts. That's what I want to say on the inside. We're back with the answers to our student bar quiz.
Get it. Got it. Good.